It's taken 9 episodes, but they finally get together. Yeah! Welcome, this is Moon Dives and we're back again talking about Nevertheless, but today it's a little bit different. Why? Because we're on the finale. We've gone through like 10 episodes of this now. Like, clap our hands for ourselves because the last few episodes have been a bit of a ride. So, before we get into it, why don't you sit down, relax, hit the subscribe button, and if you have some time, you can check out my socials as well. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's dive into it. Jaeon and Nabi end up back at the bar where they first met and the two talk. The convo ends up on Do-hyuk and Nabi once again mentions how he is too good for her and so she will not be going out with him. Obviously it's also because she doesn't actually have feelings for him. She's still hung up on Jaeon, but she's not going to tell him that. Jaeon is noticing that Nabi is very resolute in her decision that she will not be with him anymore, and as Nabi is going home he decides to join her so he can get his things from her place. When they arrive there, none other than Do-hyuk is in the shadows. Nabi is making her way into the house and she mentions to Jaeon that he should stay out because she still needs to pack the things because his visit is sudden. But Jaeon noticed Do-hyuk in the shadows and decides that he will go inside the house. Okay. I know I shouldn't laugh, but Do-hyuk is brought to actual tears because of how much he cares about Nabi and how I think he's starting to realize that no matter how much patience and, energy you can put into something, if someone does not like you, then it's not going to yield the results that you want. Do-hyuk was at Nabi's place because initially he was speaking to his two previous restaurant bosses and the two told him to go and ask her out. He had been drinking, so I do understand why he made that decision. But yeah, see what happens when you do decisions when you're under the influence. Don't. Anyway, so Nabi and Jaeon are in her apartment and Jaeon keeps on touching her and getting close to her and she's like, bro, I don't want to do something that I'm going to regret again. Which, those words are intense, they are harsh, but it gets the thing across. And Jaeon, as a last attempt, asks her out. Like, will you go out with me? Like, let's date. Like, only on the 9th episode, may I add? But okay, it's not the best will you go out with me, but it's his first one, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, he can get better. This is just the first time, and he'll do it again. Probably, because, you're not going to be the last girl he likes. As I said, he asks her out, but as a person who's been watching the show, I'm not really, excited as I thought I would be because it comes too late. How is he only asking her out in the 9th episode? We've gotten about 3 episodes of them actually being together, but not actually being together because they're only having a friends with benefits relationship. And then the rest of the episodes is them fighting, excluding the first episode where they were, meeting each other. So when this comes now, it's a bit too late, a bit too work harder, the connection the two had, I've practically forgotten it because it's been so far away, and no matter how many flashbacks you try to give me, it isn't going to change that. It's not going to change that. Later, Nabi is being critiqued by her professor on the project that she's been working on with Jaeon and her one other assistant. The lady essentially just tells her that it's not good enough and she should work harder, and she expected more from her, and she had hoped that because she was working with Jaeon, she would have been inspired by him because he's the best student. Worst trope. I actually hate it, when the person that you like or you admire or who is better than you in a certain regard watches you be scolded and you're basically compared to them. Maybe I'm the problem, but I know I would not like him anymore. Okay, he's a good student, okay this, okay that, but I don't know. And then the fact that later when the two are together with their other assistant, he seems to give in her pitiful looks. Maybe it's just me once again, but we wouldn't be together. No, that would have just fizzled out all the attraction. Also, towards the professor, I think you need to go back to teaching school because it's in the basics that you don't compare someone to another person, you know what I'm saying? You just need to inspire them, let them learn. You bashing on her and calling it critiquing isn't gonna work, because if it was a proper critique, you should have kept it to her work specifically and not adding in Jaeon. Oh, nah. We're talking about our favorite couple, SolJiwan, okay? So the two are currently avoiding each other because things are awkward. They both admitted things and they don't know where their friendship is gonna go next. While they are avoiding each other and deciding where their relationship is gonna go next, Yunsol is asked out by the guy she met a few episodes back. She rejects him. That's fine. I just felt like that had to be mentioned. And then we have Jiwan, who speaks to Nabi, and the two talk about how Jiwan is afraid if she moves on from the friends phase and goes and be in a relationship with the person that she cares about so much, she might just lose them because they have everything. They're so capable and she wouldn't be a loss to them. Jiwan, don't say that, okay? Yunsol is gonna stay by your side. She cares about you so much. She's probably liked you for like years, okay? Like, she will always have your back, okay? And Nabi says pretty much the same thing, because Jiwon doesn't exactly say it's Yunsol, but I think everyone would know, because the person she treats the most kindly as well as is the most affectionate with is Yunsol. So Nabi tells her that according to everything you're telling me, it seems like you already have your answer. Don't be afraid and just talk to her. And I'm just gonna say, Nabi, you know how to dish out advice, but you don't know how to take your own advice, you know? So, you know, I know that's how people are, but look within. Let Jaeon go. Like, what was that thing? If you love someone, set them free. But, like, she did set him free. He's just not letting her go. Bitna and Hyunkyo are still having relationship problems. I'm not really that invested into this relationship as I am in SolJiwan's. Oh my god, I just realized I've been saying his name wrong, so that's my fault and I apologize. His name is Kyohyun. I like flipped it up, right? So let me proceed saying his name properly, okay? So Bitna and Kyohyun are still having problems, but I'm not that invested into their relationship. The both of them are quite childish when sorting out their problems with jealousy and not knowing what they want, so, you know, I sort of distance myself from that individually. I love them. Great together. Together, they're cute, but I'm not invested in their relationship. The two eventually get together with more immature antics from Bitna's side. She has like this whole jealousy thing going on, and when Kyohyun realizes that the person she's with is not someone she's dating, but rather her trainer, the two get together. Okay, so we're back to SolJiwan, and it's taken 9 episodes, but they finally get together. Yeah! So Jiwan and Yunsol meet up, and Jiwan basically voices what she told Nabi about how she's unsure of their relationship after they get together, and after they get together and they break up, what's gonna happen then. But Yunsol soothes her. She talks to her and she tells her, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to feel this way for you for quite a long time. You know, not exactly those words, but that's how I interpret them. And then she gives her this nice, beautiful hug, and they did them justice. I can say that. At least they did SolJiwan justice, okay? So somewhere in the episode, we get more of our teacher-assistant couple, and I just want to mention this once, because I don't mention them that much, because I don't think they're important towards the plot, and I don't know where that storyline came from and why they have so much time, but I do want to state that I do think that the two actors are really good at doing their job, and the few moments that I do watch them, I do enjoy it. It just pulls me out of the whole. So Jaeon, Nabi, and the other assistant have been working together on Nabi's project, and Jaeon, who's been working in close proximity to her, has realized how close she is with Do-hyuk. This happens once again when the three of them go out for a drinking session and Nabi leaves to hang out with Do-hyuk. Upon hearing her leaving with him, he proceeds to get insanely drunk, okay? I'm gonna come back to this. But Nabi's meeting Do-hyuk, my boy, my sweet boy, okay? She's meeting him. The two speak to each other, and Do-hyuk does mention that he saw Jaeon into her house, and he expresses how, despite how he says he has patience in all this, it kind of did hurt him to see her enter her house with him. Okay. It's okay, dude. I know you care about her. Sorry, you'll get over this. After Nabi and Do-hyuk's meeting, Nabi heads home. It's raining and she has an umbrella because Dohyuk bring her one. He even made a photo book of her when she was back home with all the pictures he took of her, which were all very beautiful and showed his love, in my opinion, showed so much of his love through the lens, you know. When she gets home, who is there but Jaeon soaking wet from the rain, of course, and the two begin fighting because Jaeon is jealous and Nabi says some words. They pierce deep into Jaeon's soul and the two part with each other. She goes to her room where she begins to cry and he stays downstairs where he says, I have finally lost Nabi. And when I say words were said, it's nothing new to what she's been telling us. She says she regrets ever being with him, she never wants to be with him, and Jaeon is just genuinely hurt because he's just like, am I the only person you don't want to be with, and blah 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 blah. Okay, now I just want to, for this moment, for this episode, okay, not just this episode but just overall, because I feel like I've been cutting Nabi so much slack, okay, since she and Jaeon broke up. So let me take off my Jaeon critique hat, okay, and I'm putting on my Nabi one, making it fit snug, okay. So Nabi. She is a problem as well. And I want to state that. I don't want to just like make Jaeon the problem in the situation. From the beginning, when the two got together, she knew that their relationship was going to be that of friends and benefits. She was hurt by him constantly drawing the line in their relationship, but obviously that was deliberate because he didn't want her to fall for him. But what did she do? She went and fell for him. And after that, every single thing he's done has been painting him as a bad guy when he's made every single thing clear with her, right? He has commitment issues, but she knew that. They were in a friends with benefits relationship and he didn't treat her like they were in a relationship. What's wrong with that exactly? So when she goes on and tells him he's a bad guy and blah 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 blah, I gotta say, Jaeon isn't a bad guy. He just genuinely didn't want to be in a relationship, and that's what happened, and now she treats him badly because he didn't want to be. If she treated him badly because of the things he did afterwards, where he couldn't take no for an answer and all that, I would understand her. But her main problem is that he didn't want to be with her. So, you know, I'm just going to say that Nabi is at fault too. And we ended up with both of them crying. Oh, I'm gonna miss you. Never gonna see you again. They're gonna see each other. It's like the last episode. How can they not see each other? So after that whole breakdown on both their sides, Nabi heads back to school because she has to get her project done. The exhibition is coming. But when she arrives, what happens? When she arrives, her project has been hit by a fan because it fell from the ceiling. Guys, I know you have to add plot, I know you have to do things, but maybe try to be a little bit more realistic, because I know that bad things like that can happen to people. But yeah, I feel like it would have been more believable if someone had mistakenly like knocked it over or such, not like the whole fan coming down onto it. Anyway, I digress. So Nabi is heartbroken, and for the first time, every single character in this show gives her space, and I'm just like, okay, so the one time she needs people to like come there and be with her, you guys just disperse. Cool, do your thing. Yunsol, her girl, who cares about her, who's been saying she thinks that Jaeon and Nabi look cute, calls Jaeon. There's one thing Yunsol has done in this whole thing, it's that, you know, but it's okay because it is the best decision at this moment. He was one of her assistants and thus he can help her put it all back together. When he comes there, she doesn't want to be with him, she doesn't want to see him, but he tells her that even if she doesn't want to see him, okay, for now, take my help, and after this, I'll get out of your life. So the two get things done, as well as her other assistant who comes back to work with her. They all decide to get this done. It takes at least a few days, or at least that's the idea I get, and Nabi is very aware of the fact that every time she works with Jaeon, it's just a comfortable experience. There's no bad blood. They seem to be great with each other. The two are complete with their work, and somewhere in between all of that, she's having flashbacks and feeling sad that they're not together. I didn't feel like I had to mention that because it happens in every single episode. So by this point, it would be like I'm stating the obvious. You know what I'm saying? So after they have completed the project, what does Jaeon do? He disappears. I'm what? When I say disappear, I mean he packs his car full of all his school stuff, all his equipment, and then he drives away, doesn't contact anyone, and he's gone. It's like, if you told me you were gonna go and leave my life, yeah, cool, leave my life, but you leaving school too, and everything else behind it, with the friends you have, I'm assuming. His only friend he seemed to have was Sola, and she has moved out of the country by telling him, I liked you while I'm leaving and don't visit me again in America. Bye, bish. Her and Do-hyuk meet up, and in the previous episode, he signed with an agency. I don't understand why. Maybe it's for promotion, as well as to help him with his YouTube channel, because he seemed to be growing. And now when we see him again, he has fans. Oh my god, Daehyuk, don't worry. I told you something better is coming. You know, it doesn't always have to be in the romantic department. But he meets up with Nabi, and the two have like a cute sort of date, because it's not a date, but I think the filming, everything, it was just beautiful, right? And during that process, Nabi mentions that she's enjoying doing her work more. Do-hyuk is curious as to why, and Nabi says that it's because someone told her that she looks happy when she's working, and he knows it's Jaeon, because why would she say someone instead of giving him a particular name? And he seems quite bothered by that information, and I'm just here like, is it all it took for you to start enjoying your work is hearing that you look happy while doing it? That's not how life works, though. I'm not lying to you. Like, I can be at home looking happy while I'm doing schoolwork, but that doesn't mean that I'm, like, going to love doing it just because someone told me that, you know? Very interesting way to say that she's back into liking her work, you know? I feel like they could have given a better reason, come up with a better plot, because her not liking her work and being so stressed about it and not enjoying sculpting as much has been like prevalent throughout the whole show. And then for you to just simply say, okay, well, she's enjoying it now because someone who she likes told her so. Things happen, and then the exhibition comes alive. We're in the last few minutes of the TV show. Well, yeah, we're in the last few minutes, right? So the exhibition comes along, and Nabi, as I said, has completed it, as well as Yunsol, and those are the two main people we've seen regarding the exhibition, so I can't mention anyone else in terms of their faculty. On the day, Yunsol and Jiwan are together and cute, as well as Bitna and kdrama, the couple. You know, the couples take photos and enjoying the day, and they're wondering where Nabi is. So are we, because we saw her dress up. Now, where is she, guys? Where is she? Oh, there she is with her professor, who has been dumping on her since the first episode. All of a sudden being like, aren't you thankful though? Those are the, like, legit the type of people I dislike. Get lost, okay? I can't deal with you right now. You're making me mad. This is my moment. I'm doing amazing. Because what everyone is receiving, both both Yunsol and Nabi's pieces quite well. They are really nice. You know, for an untrained eye, in my opinion, they look quite nice. Do-hyuk manages to come there, and he comes with a bouquet of flowers for her. He just keeps on being so sweet, but I'm just like, guy, leave the sweetness for Nabi and goes to someone else, and probably will take maybe, I don't know, but you'll get with the person, okay? So he comes with flowers, and she's thankful. The two are like going off of each other, as they usually are. The two really have great chemistry. The actors just chef's kiss. I'm telling you right now, chef's kiss. So she sees Jaeon from across the room, and then she hands the bouquet back to Do-hyuk and runs outside to find Jaeon. But when she gets there, there's no one. But when she turns around, who's there? Do-hyuk, because he's done with her. He's done with her, okay? But not in like the way I'm acting. They're actually pretty sweet about it together, the two. have tears in their eyes, and they're talking about how much they care about each other. But this is the end of the line for them. I was really disappointed, because I think that even as friends they could have worked out best, like, to completely cut each other out of each other's lives because of the lichen thing. Made me a bit sad, you know. But if that's what they needed to be happy individually, then I guess it was the best. The exhibition that we have been waiting for since the first episode is finally over. So, as usual, our college students go to have a drink. They're going to celebrate the fact that it's finally done, and also that all of them were in there last year, so I bet it's gonna be a great night. Everyone now knows that Bitna and kdrama are going out, so they're talking about couples and being close to each other. It seems like Yunsol and Jiwan are not out, but that makes sense, you know. South Korea isn't the most progressive country. But it seems like the people who matter do know that the two are together. We get a sweet moment of both Bitna, kdrama, yunsol, and jiwan, and Nabi seems to care. She's happy for them, but she doesn't feel right in her soul, and so she stands up and leaves and goes back to the exhibition where everything was held, or at least the exhibition's venue. There, when she enters, she sees Jaeon, and when she gets there, she uses the word that we've been using throughout this whole drama. Nevertheless, you know, I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in unrealistic situations, but this right now feels like it. Nevertheless, it feels like it. She goes ahead and she speaks to him, and the two are like, he's crying, she's crying, and she tells him that she hates him, and he's like, I didn't want to get close to you because I was afraid of being hated by you. I didn't like the feeling of you hating me. It's like, you know, your acting is good, boy, because for a second I wavered, you know, but then I remembered everything, and I was just like, cool, you know, it's fine, both of you are problematic, you deserve to be together. So after she tells him she hates him, she tells him, but I also care about you so much, and she asks him out, and he says, yeah, let's go out together. And then they have like this romantic kiss under the beautiful lighting, everything. And as I said, the two are such good actors that I wavered for a moment. I basked in it, and I forgot all the conflict, I forgot all the problems I had with this drama, and I was like, they're so cute, oh my god. And after that, we get a short scene of Jaeon and Nabi in the future, is what I'm thinking, and two girls are asking him out, but he shuts them down and goes and meets Nabi. The two seem to be happy. She even sees Do-hyuk on the way to like wherever they're going on their date, and she wavers for a moment before tightening her hands around Jaeon, and they start talking about adopting a cat together, which, I mean, like, that's quite serious, isn't it? And then it's the end. So we've made it to the end, and I don't feel like I have anything extra to say outside of the videos that I've made. You can check out the playlist above. It's finally complete. There are a few things I'd like to mention, though, which is that I initially did enjoy this drama. It was quite good. It had great potential, and if there's anything I don't like the most is wasted potential, because the drama had so much ability to do so much. It had the ability for Nabi and Jaeon to have their friends with benefits relationship, transition into a relationship, have problems in that relationship, and then come to the end where they finally meet again after breaking up. And she says, nevertheless, even if I know that this is going to bring pain and hurt, and it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be easy, because relationships are not perfect, they're not easy, then we can be together. There was no development within Jaeon's character and Nabi's character either. Well, I can say that she was well fleshed out, right? Well fleshed out, but not developing as we continued on the story. And then we had Jaeon, who wasn't fleshed out well at all, and we had to follow him along, but it didn't feel that great because there wasn't anything particularly special about him. We knew he was good looking and he had good grades, but that's not all we need for a character, for us as an audience to like it. We did have great supporting characters though. SolJiwan, Bitna, kdrama, Do-hyuk. I'd love to see those actors, as well as the teachers' assistants. As I said, I love them. I'd love to see them more in other dramas, and overall it was fun to watch. Bit problematic, don't think I'm ever gonna rewatch it again, you know, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the subscribe, like button, and the notification bell so you can be the first one to see my videos when they come out. I hope you had a great day. Finger guns.